In this group of lessons, students put together all the ideas from the unit into making a low-carbon cookbook. Students start by proposing a menu for one day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They'll need to compile the recipes, then they'll summarize how each meal meets the MyPlate requirements for nutrition. They'll also discuss how their menu has a low-carbon footprint during each stage of the food life cycle. Then they'll pick one ingredient and describe where its carbon comes from and where the carbon's going to end up after the meal. They'll also summarize how their body gets energy from the food. For more details, check out the PDF Culminating Experience Teacher's Guide in Lesson 3.29. It's an online-only exclusive. It's not printed in the teacher guide. We'll walk you through some of the key pieces that you'll find in this PDF now. It's got thought starters if students are struggling with ideas, example student work, and our detailed rubric with categories for each of the 3 NGSS dimensions. Let's see how we support students during this whole experience, lesson by lesson. In Lesson 3.29, we revisit the food cards from a few lessons ago where students ranked the carbon footprint of different foods based on what they thought at the time. Now they're going to revise those rankings based on what they've learned. Can they now explain the phenomenon that a veggie burrito has a lower carbon footprint than a beef burrito? Then we introduce students to the unit challenge culminating experience. They need to reduce their carbon food prints. We give them the reducing carbon food print instructions handout and our report template. They review the instructions, the template, and the rubric, and they get into their teams and begin. Students work on their project over the next 3 class periods. While each student's going to progress at their own pace, our goal is to devote one day to doing research, obtaining information, a second day to drafting most of the report, and a third day to refining the report, putting on those finishing touches. In Lesson 3.33, students participate in a gallery walk to share their recipes and any photos or videos from trying out those recipes at home. Then students return to their original team to share, compare, and reflect on the recipes created by other teams. For homework, students read over their notes and reflect on activities performed throughout the unit in preparation for the final assessment. Lesson 34, students begin the class period by taking that unit final assessment, and once they're finished, teachers will have students grade their own papers or exchange and grade, while the teacher goes over some questions and answers. With the time remaining, students really reflect on what they've learned during the unit. That's it for Unit 3. In Unit 4, we dig down into the world of soil.